What's up, guys? Welcome into today's interval workout. You're not going to need any equipment. These are all body weight movements, and we're going to jump right into a general warm-up, starting with some standing rotation reaches. Next, stabilize your stance, level your pelvis, and keep your core connected as you go through some shoulder circles. Be mindful to maintain your alignment and your stability as you take your arms through a full range of motion with strength and intention. Let your arms stabilize and then come into a set of bodyweight squats. Next, we'll transition to a set of tripod get-ups, alternating sides. Focus on keeping the support arm locked out and the shoulder stable as you transition smoothly to a seated position and then back up to a wide, stable stance. Come up to standing and transition into a soft run. Be mindful of your breathing, your alignment, balance, and soft footfalls. Let's begin incorporating some light jumping, two-footed hops or side-to-side hops. Next, we'll go into some simple relaxation drills, bouncing, shaking, and twisting to release any excess tension. Realign your body, open up your stance, and transition to a set of hip circles. With our general warm-up complete, let's take an overview look at today's interval workout. We're focusing on crawling, squat walking, and jumping. Our time scheme today is 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of active rest for 3 rounds. Every round, we're going to add a little bit more intensity and complexity to the movement. Round 1 is going to focus on stability, round 2 is going to focus on the movement, and round 3 is going to focus on integration. You'll perform 3 consecutive rounds of one movement before moving on to the next. Let's start off with our first series, crawling. We're going to begin with the active rest phase, actually, so set up a strong knee-hand position and begin moving through a spinal articulation pattern. Stabilize your position, strengthen your core, lift the knees, and let's get into round 1 of crawling. Focus on stability holds. Focus on maintaining your stability, balance, and breathing as you pick up your opposite hand and foot. Keep a flat back and a strong core. You can begin incorporating little movements as long as you can maintain your stability. Lower your knees and rest for 20 seconds. Get set for round 2. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and begin. Keep your foot-hand crawl coordinated. Contralateral movement. Opposite hand and foot are stepping together as you move forward, backward, and sideways. Rest. Take your 20-second active recovery break. Get set for the third and final round of crawling, and begin. Focus on maintaining your deep breathing, your coordination, and your stability, but take this round to integrate and play. That's time. Lower your knees, come back to your spinal articulation for active recovery. We're transitioning right into our second interval series, squat walking. Starting again with our active rest movement, gonna come to a kneeling position, step out to half kneeling. Step out at different angles and add reaching to add variety to your mobility work. Get set for round 1 and begin. From a crouch or split squat position, just practicing stepping forward and back while maintaining a strong core and long spine. Pivot on the balls of your feet to change orientation and continue moving forward and backward. Keep breathing while you keep the effort and the tension in your lower body. Lower down to kneeling and transition into your active rest, kneeling step outs. Get set, and here we go with round 2 of squat walking. This time we're focusing on locomotion, linking those steps together and moving around your space. Make your movement efficient by maintaining the long spine, upright chest, strong core, and keep breathing. That's time. Transition to your active recovery. Get set for round 3. Begin. Make this third and final round more dynamic by introducing more variety to your squat walking and integrating hopping and crawling. That's time. Transition back to your active recovery and calm down your nervous system with gentle movement and deep breathing. We'll keep this party going right into our third interval series where we're going to be focusing on jumping. We'll start with our active recovery movement, the cross sit or cross sit get up. Bring it up to standing and let's get ready for round one. We're starting off with lateral swing jumps, focusing on soft landings and creating stability after each jump. That's time. Come down to the ground and into your cross sit for active rest. Transition up to standing and get ready for round two. Here we go. You've got the option to stay with your lateral swing jumps or add more intensity with power jumps. No matter which jump you choose, you're still focusing on good mechanics and soft landings. It's time. Take your active rest. Bring yourself up to standing and get ready for the final round. And begin. In this third and final round, you can emphasize integration by adding crawl landings, rolling, and sprawls. And that's time. Great job on those jumps. Now bring it down to the ground for your final active rest. And we're going to take that right into our cool down to finish up today's workout. We'll start our cool down with a little flow sequence, starting in a downward dog or deep hinge position, dropping the knees to the ground and reaching forward to come into a shoulder stretch, and then shifting the weight forward, lifting the chest and coming into a spinal extension. Flow through this sequence or work through any of these positions and find the stretch that works best for you. Next, transition to a half kneeling position, and from here you can work a hip flexor stretch or a half split stretch. Go ahead and switch sides if you haven't done that yet. Let's finish our practice today by coming into a deep squat. Add any movements that feel good for your body. And that's going to close out today's workout. Great job with those intervals, and thank you for taking the time to move with me. If you loved this Primal Fitness workout, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and hit that like button. And if you want to see the full-length version of this workout, head on over to my Patreon community and stay tuned because I've got a new Primal Fitness series coming soon to Vimeo on demand. All right, that's it for me today. Keep on moving, keep on playing, and I'll see you in the next workout.